Hey everybody, this is James with wstrades.com. Want to provide you an update here on NIO. Saw an article here on investorplace.com and it says why NIO stock needs some help when it comes to the charts. The EV trade has finally cooled off, which is a good thing given how far it had run. It would be hard for Tesla to justify a $1 trillion market cap or for these revenue-less SPAC stocks to keep soaring higher. Meanwhile, NIO is somewhere in between, with NIO stock performing quite well but not exactly on Tesla's level, at least not yet. In order to get there, the company will need to continue its domestic expansion in China and work on expanding globally. Tesla has been trading pretty well lately as it works on consolidating its massive gains over the last 18 months. For NIO, though, the charts aren't all that great right now, combined with a high valuation that has me on guard with the stock. For NIO, it needs the technicals to work in its favor in order for the stock to be attractive. A look at the chart highlights the recent struggles for NIO stock. Shares bottomed in early May along with most other growth stocks as the bear market in this group came to an end. NIO ripped back towards $55 and the 61.8% retracement, but ultimately failed to hold those gains. It later failed to hold its major moving averages while giving us an ABC correction down to the weekly VWAP measure. This measure had been decent support throughout 2021. However, after its rally back to the 21-day and 21-week moving averages, NIO stock gave us the D leg of that correction, resulting in the recent flush lower. We now see the stock below the weekly VWAP reading as bulls scramble to see whether NIO can find its footing. If it can, we need to see NIO stock reclaim the August low at 36.24, as well as the weekly VWAP level. As of now, it's currently undergoing a monthly down rotation so long as it's below 36.24. Back above those measures and the high 30s could be in play. On the downside, though, it's possible we see the $31 to $32 area again. This area has been support twice amid two nasty corrections in NIO stock this year. As a whole, NIO stock has been a leader amid growth stocks when the group is hot, but it has not done too well lately and it shows on the charts. So if the overall market struggles, this stock may too. So many people will point to the fundamentals of a company like NIO without taking into consideration the valuation. Granted, I don't put a lot of weight in the valuation either. At one point, valuations played a much larger role in the way that stocks behaved. However, I think a few things have altered some of that Benjamin Graham thinking. First, tech stocks blew the market wide open. No longer were companies having to follow traditional paths with only decent margins. Now software companies can routinely generate massive profit margins while the tangible addressable markets, or TAM, are significantly larger. That's allowed valuations to expand as well. Second, the Fed's low rate and easy money policies have forced investors to plow funds into equities. The returns in bonds, particularly internationally, and fixed income have dried up, forcing investors to chase returns in growth stocks like NIO. Is it healthy? Not necessarily, but this has been our reality for quite some time, and it will likely remain that way for the foreseeable future. I'm not calling for some great reckoning. A stock like NIO can continue to go up as long as it continues to deliver, but that remains a question mark. While the company reported solid quarterly results last month, NIO's July and August monthly auto deliveries disappointed investors. Furthermore, NIO was forced to trim its third quarter delivery expectations. Throw in NIO's plan to raise $2 billion in stock, and it creates even more pressure on the stock price. It's not that I have any specific gripe against NIO, but the facts are simple. For an automaker, the stock commands a high valuation, and the company doesn't have enough momentum in its underlying business right now. Thus, we need to see the beat and raise quarters and delivery results in order to spur the stock higher. In-line and disappointing results aren't going to cut it. Second, the charts don't look very good. Back above 36.25 and my tone will change a bit. Otherwise, I remain defensive on NIO stock for the time being. So let's take a look here at the price action on NIO. Got a few trend lines drawn out here. This was one that was showing the downtrend that they were in. I'm going to extend that out a little bit. And then you kind of see they tried to bounce here off of the 35.36 level, but they fell through, tried to climb back above, and fell through again. Zooming in a little bit here, you can see this more recent price action, and you can see the price was squeezing for 7 days in a row, and it has fired to the downside. So I could see a few more days or maybe another week here of selling pressure here on NIO before this thing starts to reverse. It's at a key level right here, though, at this 36, but it's kind of already fallen below that. So I would say this 34 level here could be a next stop if the selling pressure continues, because you can see all the way back here in April. And then back in March, it did go down around that 34 level and test it. It rejected it twice, and then it fell through in that May sell-off that the article was talking about. So now that it's kind of trended below that 36 area, which was touched a few times here, looks like it's going to go down and test this 34. If this 34 level does not hold, then you can see right here down in that nasty May sell-off, we could see prices as low as $30 or $31. But this thing has been getting beat down pretty well lately, so I'm kind of expecting, the buyers to step back in here pretty soon. Again, this thing could go down and touch 34. Maybe the bulls are going to support that level, and we'll finally see this thing start to move higher again. If not, we may go down to that 31 level and check out prices down there before the bulls really take this stock back over. So I'll continue to keep you guys updated on NIO. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, hit that notification bell. Appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.